Have you ever fainted? Have you ever been sedated and opened your eyes in a completely different place? Yeah, in this boring routine life, it might sound extreme, but it's more common than you'd think. But do you remember what happened while you were unconscious? You can't. Between the moment consciousness shuts off and the moment it comes back, your vital functions may still be running. But you can't recall anything. You can't speak. You can't move steadily. And you might feel something. But most of the time, you don't even remember what you heard. Why? Because the memory camera isn't rolling. Your brain just doesn't record that part. Most people think if the brain is unconscious, everything shuts down. But here's the real deal. Consciousness isn't a light switch. It's more like a dimmer. It dims and brightens, but fully shutting off? That's rare. So if even our most basic functions, like remembering, moving, processing, all seem to work to an extent, while our consciousness fades, how is it that something we think we control ends up controlling us? What really are consciousness, subconscious, unconscious, and preconscious? Let's dive in. Consciousness is that sharp state of, I'm here and this is happening right now. Everything you do at this moment, every thought, every feeling, everything you perceive is processed through it. It's the top layer, the now, thoughts, awareness, decision-making, all start here. Like right now you're watching this video. You're thinking, focusing, maybe questioning what you're hearing. That's consciousness at work. But consciousness isn't just a light being turned on. It's layered and complex, more than most think. Now let's break down the deeper levels. Preconscious. The preconscious is the layer right under your consciousness. It sits between conscious awareness and the unconscious, acting like a mental waiting room for information. According to psychoanalytic theory, thoughts that aren't conscious right now but haven't been repressed live here. Freud said these thoughts are easily retrievable, just under the surface, ready to come up. Think of it as the living room above the basement. If consciousness is the top floor where you're actively chilling, the preconscious is the hallway where memories wait to be invited in. For example, your first teacher's name, what you ate for breakfast, not in your current awareness, but you can bring it up instantly. It's like your mental supply shelf stocked and ready when needed. Subconscious. The subconscious sits deeper and is often tied to intelligence, not raw IQ, but inner operations. It affects your behaviors and emotions, even when you're unaware of it. It's also a metaphysical concept, tied to the structure of the mind that stores memories you don't consciously think about. Most daily experiences that don't get your full focus are sent here, and depending on how often they're recalled, they get encoded in the smallest lobes of your brain. That stored data becomes the subconscious. Freud built this idea through psychological theories and observations. Here's the twist. The subconscious and the conscious may seem related, but they're basically opposites. Conscious thoughts are driven by will, like speaking, sitting, imagining. You're choosing to use your memory. But the subconscious? That's the vault. It holds the traumas, fears, repressed memories, things you don't want to think about, yet they still affect you. To sum it up, consciousness is the present moment. Everything you're aware of right now. Subconscious is the archive. Everything you've lived, learned, felt, and locked away. Even if you didn't mean to.